Hello, not sure if anyone's here. Let's go check. Is this live? Do-do-do-do. Oh, that needs to be on silent.
So I'm going to show you how Lego bricks are made.
No, thank you, YouTube. Let's do this. This is chaotic, as it should be. Because, I've never done this before. Oh, okay, yeah. Sweet. Let me see. YouTube live control panel. Alright, well, hello. Trying to figure this out. This is hopefully my first one of many. Don't see any one in the chat, and that's fine. Live chat. All messages are visible. Let's figure this out. I don't think there is a whole lot running on this desktop, but we shall see. Yep. I know, it's amazing. Let's kill that. That should help with some memory. And then we will just keep going. Let me put the chat back up, and then I shall be good to go. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So if you're watching this back again, my name is Brian Sane. I am a Sweet. Hi, Justin. I am a .NET developer. I've worked with Akka Net for about 4 years now. I use it in a financial application that me and my team are building. So one of the things that I wanted to do when I was first learning what Akka Net was is like just get the basics, and that's kind of what today is about. So up here is my GitHub. I did Akka.restaurant because today we're going to build a restaurant. There is a description or there's a GitHub link in the description. But essentially, this is just going to be a decent sit-down restaurant like Chili's or Denny's or something like that, and we will have a few different kind of actors. So when you're at a restaurant, when you first walk in, there's usually a hostess. So we need a hostess, I don't know, process, whatever, but in Akka.net, they're called actors. We need a hostess actor that will accept uh, customers, and then they will send them to a seat. A server who is there to get drinks, who is there to get food and kind of be a middleman between them and the kitchen. We'll have cooks that prepare food, and then we need some way to pay for said food. So I haven't really pre-coded any of this, so a lot of this is going to be live. And that is so that we can kind of fumble together, we can figure out what's going on, and there are some times where people will create tutorials and then it's just done. And I usually don't like those because I like to learn hands-on. So this is like a hands-on learning first one and hopefully a series of more videos. So if you can look here on the GitHub, we have Akka.restaurant, and this is a simple page that I pretty much just copy and pasted my Akka.skeleton. This is a bare bones project that is just kind of a simple hello world. Um, so if we go back to Akka.restaurant, and if you were to clone it and look at it, you'll see the echo actor program, and here we are setting up our Akka service. If we just run this, we should get hello world 42, the answer to everything, and then an error message saying 42.5. I don't care about that. Yep. Cool. So it works. And that's great. So when I am thinking about a problem, I will usually like to define what actors are going to be there. So I'm going to do a hostess actor.cs. To distinguish that it's an actor, we need to do either needs to be a receive actor or a untyped actor. Receive actor allows you to be typed safe. Untyped is untyped safe. So all right. So we'll have a hostess actor. Let's do a server actor. I don't think we need a customer actor. I think customers might just be a state. So we got a receive actor there. Hostess, we already declared. Server actor. All right. So those are our actors. We need a message. So let's do a messages folder. These will be, that is probably under the actors folder. No, I don't want that. Okay, it's not. Sweet. So let's do new actor, or not new actor, new customers. All right. So this will mimic when a customer walks into our restaurant. We need public, probably a list or an integer of number of customers. I don't know, party name. Usually party or sane party of whatever. So we have a number of customers. Really, I think that's all the hostess cares about, right? The hostess isn't doing food or anything like that, so I don't even need customers. So let's do that. And then I'm going to go to the Akka hosted service, and this is essentially where we're going to initialize our customers. So is equal to I don't know, let's do 3 for now. and then we'll make that more dynamic so we can handle a multiple requests of actors or customers. All right, and then it needs to, we need to initialize our hostess actor. And rename that to hostess actor. All right, so we have that. We need to have the hostess actor accept our new customer's message. So we'll do receive and then the message type. New customers. So a hostess in the state will have a, I don't know, a list of tables, and they are in charge of changing. Nope, nope. Okay. Let's do not manage packages. Let's do a new class of tables or table. Probably should have that under a file, but or a folder, but this will be good. Yes, list of tables. A table is defined as number of seats. Okay. So a restaurant will have a defined list of tables. So let's initialize that. Public static list get tables. And let's just create one now for tables.add a new table. Let's make a constructor so it's easier. Number of seats is seats. Wonderful. So then let's do a 5-seat table, and then return tables. We will add to this later to add more tables, but first blush, let's do that. So we need you can even make this, it doesn't matter if it's public or private because we're not going to be calling a specific instance of hoster or hostess to get that property. So we'll define our receive methods there. Tables is equal to tables that get, or table, right? Get tables. So now we have a list and there's 5. So new customer comes in, great. So let's do find tables dot where t dot number of seats is greater than or equal to number of customers. But we don't want to do that, we want to do first or default. All right, so back in our table class, we need to do a Boolean as customers. And let's give it a table ID. I think that could be used with hostess. If not, then whatever. Has customers is equal to false. table ID is equal to GUID dot new GUID. Right, so far we have a table class with the number of available seats, um, if it is actually full of customers or not, and then a table ID if we want to pass it over to a server, if we want to have, yeah, if a server wants to let them know this specific table ID is available once the customers leave. Yes, and then the servers can say for table ID, that is what the food is for. I like that. We don't care what the table ID is when it is generated. We just need to know what it is whenever we're working with it. Has customers is always going to be false. That looks great. So we can't do that. We have to do and t dot has not. Good 90s joke. I don't care. It's not null. Is it that? Sweet. Got it in first guess. All right, so what we've set up is in our hosted service, we are creating a message of new customers. It's going to be 3, and we need to find an available table. We need to, once we have an available table, we need to essentially sit them there, but if a customer is not an actor, then we don't need to send anything to there. So let's talk about servers, I guess. We can keep a list of server states in the hostess memory, and the hostess can remember which server has which table. Or we could do a server manager that will keep track of the state in there. So what is the hostess's job? Hostess doesn't care about the servers and the state of the servers. A hostess is just trying to get customers from point A to point B. So let's do a new folder, server. We will move our server actor in there. Yes, sweet. And then let's add a server manager. All right. And this will be good to kind of show the manager pattern. All right, so when we first start up, so we'll need an initialization message, right? So let's not even start there. So we need to create actors for in the constructor. So let's do var context.system.actor of. I don't know why they use props like that. Like I know why. It is to keep like the pattern of initialization across, like so that can be dynamic and you can do that. I just don't know why it's props. I guess that makes sense. I don't know. So since we are going to have more than one server, we need to have unique identities for our servers. And so this is within the route name. If you're unfamiliar kind of with that hierarchy, white screen, heads up, that's bright. Let's do, so if Brian saying .github.io my notes. So I created this also just kind of as a place for me to put notes that it's kind of an abridged version of what is out there and for tutorials. So if we go to basics here in actor hierarchy, we can see not copy image, open image, a new tab. So we have the root, and then the user is whatever we as developers create. The system is whatever the system creates in order to maintain the entire actor system. I don't care about any of that. I can't even access it. So, there's two ways of doing it. We could have a user actor down here, and have multiple kind of at that level, or we can have a manager. And that's where I'm wanting to go. But in order to like query each other, we will need to have some unique identifiers on the end of the actor names. You can't have multiple warehouses. You can have one warehouse manager, but multiple warehouses, you can't have. We don't need to do that here for the shopping cart because the unique URL is already built in here with the user actor. So if we had, a list of team members that work at the warehouse here, we don't need a unique identifier for those because the route, like a URL route essentially, is what I like to think of it. As long as the URL route is unique, then that's fine. But under the user or under the warehouse, I cannot have two shopping carts or two workers. I would have to have worker A, worker B, and stuff like that. So that is why we need to do all right, that's why we need to do this here. Server one, we'll make that dynamic later. We'll make all of this dynamic later. Actor of, let's do another one. Let's just have two servers. We're starting out, we don't know what we're doing. So, all right. So what we've done is we've created two child actors, but we're not watching them. Context, nope, out of that scope. So if an actor just terminates, right, I don't think the parent knows about it. The parent only knows about if there's some sort of error that needs escalating. So let's go down here and do public void initialize servers. No, we don't need to do that yet. We'll do that when it's dynamic. So let's do context.watch server one. And then context.watch. That's usually what you'll want to do in a production instance, and then do like a receive terminated. You'll get something like that that will tell you which actor is terminated, but we don't need to do that right now. I just want to keep the context.watch because I think it's a good pattern. So we have created those actors, and then we are going to receive a new customers message from the hostess. So we need to find which server we need to figure out what tables a server is assigned to. So we will probably want to do don't all assign everything to one server. We need to spread it out. So we need a list of table IDs so that we can figure out what tables are you doing. And then do that so we don't get, oh no, is it equal to? Yeah. That way we don't get null ref exceptions. So how are we going to get the state of a server actor? How are we going to request for the table IDs? Well, we can keep the state in here in the server manager, and we can say Okay, we know server 1 has these tables assigned to it. We know server 2 has these tables assigned to it. But that's not really in line, in my opinion, with the actor system. We want a specific actor state to only be in that actor. So we don't, even though that this is a manager, I don't want to update or change this server's, all of my children's servers states. They're big kids, they're grown-ups, they can figure out their own states. So in messages, I'm going to create a new message of request tables. Yeah, request table IDs. Let's do that. So this is a message, and we don't even have to have anything in there. That's great. We just know it's of type request table IDs. So the server actor, once it receives a request table IDs, we will need to sender.tell, I guess. So it's not request table IDs because the manager doesn't care what table it is specifically. It only cares about the number. So let's change this to number of assigned tables. I like that a lot better. So we're going to tell the sender what is our table IDs. So, all right, that'll work. All right, so we have a new customers. So we need to do for each var child in context.children. All right, so var asks. Sorry, my brain is going really fast. Okay, so here we're gonna have to ask our children what is what is the number of assigned tables you have. So we do var request is equal to child dot ask of not that new number of assigned tables. What are your how many tables are you assigned to? Well, ask is an asynchronous call because we need to wait for a response, right? So what we can do is two things. We can pipe it back into here, which I don't want to do. So we can take the request and do, and then we can take the, I can tell self, null, sender, self, and then success is equal to, what do we do with a success? What do we do with a failure? But like this is really good for API requests. But I don't want to be able to start assigning tables, like even more tables, or the server manager handling more requests until I send these customers to that server. So I'm going to await. Now, here's the thing. I can, oh wait, hold on. Add our async flags so our compiler knows what's up. I can, do this and keep a list of, who has the largest table. But if I do each request simultaneously, it's going to essentially be an asynchronous call. And that's not a great way to do coding, especially if you have asynchronous tasks like this. So what I like to do is do ask tasks.add, And this will be a collection of my tasks. What do you... Okay, so I expect an integer back, so that's what we'll do there. Why are you still mad? Cannot assign void child.ask. Okay, let's make that an object. Cannot assign void to an implicitly typed. Oh, duh. Okay, that's what we're doing. Yes, 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 I know. So let's do this. Let's do that. And then once we've done that, tasks.wait all. Ask. So, dot to array, of course. Because why not make it easy? Why are you still mad? Show receive any async with receive or receive any. No, this is what I want to do, so I'm going to ignore that. We can fix that later. In source, let's do that. Okay, well, if we're going to do that, then we're just going to do this. So now all of them are suppressed. So here we are waiting for, oh, it locks in a wait operator, that's fine. So we are waiting for all of those, and then is equal to ask task dot select. Oh, not just to list. No, we even have to list. What are we doing? Why am I doing equals? And ask tasks. So a server with or just do assign server. Let's do a string. So let's do result dot, what do we have here? So all right, so that's an integer. I don't think we want to just assign an integer, and we don't even need to do a for each, especially if number assigned tables, and then let's add a new message. We could do a tuple, but that's not fun. Yeah, because I'm probably going to forget something and have to add it to this request later. So number assigned tables. Let's just get the actual number of assigned tables. Yeah, we can change this later if we want to make it dynamic, where we assign a server not just based on the number of assigned tables, but actually a mixture of number of assigned people weighted against the number of assigned tables. Because if one server is handling, you know, two people tables while another one is handling a table of 6, probably can just add the 2 table to that other one. I think that makes sense. But we'll do that later. String, and let's do, we want to do the name. What is our name? Nope, come on. So num assign tables number. Nope, not number. We'll add that here. String. That's what that was. A string. Name is equal to name. Great. When okay, so we can do the name and then find the child. This is fun. Instead of that, let's do an iActor ref. Okay, this will hopefully make sense in a second. So let's change that from name to self. And then we'll change this name. So yeah, if you can't tell or if you were here beforehand, I didn't do any pre-coding on any of this. So this is just me trying to code live and kind of architect live. Maybe in the future we can do something else, but for now, this is kind of what we got. Trying to see if there's any messages. I don't think there are. Yeah. How did I? Oh, stupid YouTube. Oh my goodness. All right, well, hold on for a second, because there we go. Let me just pull that up in my handy dandy other browser. Okay, cool. I got 2 messages so far. Cloning now, and great job. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So, an iActor ref is the interface for an actor, and that is how you can, like, that's what you're getting when you're doing querying for an actor to send it a message. So, if we were to do a server here is an iActor ref. This is, we initialized the server to, created an iActor ref, and then we're watching it. If we wanted to query for it, actor of, or not actor, actor selection, that's my path, X in this case, or as an actor selection, but in that you have the actual, or I guess you don't have to. Interesting. Well, made me look like a fool. But yeah, I know for real that is what you use for all of that stuff. I don't think we need to make this async actually. We can just do receive. Um, delete all this, we don't need it. So what we're doing is our server actor is going to not tell our table count. It's going to be new num assigned tables response. We're going to get the count of however many tables that's responded, and then we're going to include the self. And that will allow our manager to just quickly say, okay, here you go, post this out. So we're going to wait for all of that, and we're going to do our assigned actors, or assigned actor is equal to task dot assigned table responses. Make sure it's all type safe. Dot s oh, not that. Dot order by. a dot result dot num assigned tables. So we want it to be ascending. That's the default. That's great. So this will pick out one of, oh, not single, first or default. That is important. If you do single, it will assume there's only one. So the very first time we run this, and there are multiple servers that have assigned tables, it will throw an error. So we want it to be first. Right, so we have an assigned actor. Because we did first or default, we needed to do, probably need to do null check just in case. If context.logger um, get any, we'll know where that is from. And then we'll just throw in an exception. We want to kill it, that's fine. And then we're gonna do assigned actor dot tell result dot self dot tell. We want to tell it this overall message of new customers. So what we've done is we have created a hostess actor that is going to receive a new customers, and it's going to search for a table, and once it has an available table, it will send that table to the assigned or to the server manager. Server manager is actually not going to be new customers. It'll be some other message, but once we get that, we need to find a customer to assign it to, or not a customer to assign it to, server to assign it to, and we will tell them that message. But we missed a step. What do we do when we have an available table? Well, we need to probably do a new message called assign table. This will have a, right now in customers we only have, oh no, we can just do new customers. And that will be nice if we ever need to add stuff to new customers. So if later we need to do that, like do, I don't know, however many children, or if they're wanting a bar or something like that, we can easily update new customers and it'll be great. So new customers, thank you dogs. I have a dog who is a fur ball of anxiety. And today we had Terminix over, and that just was not okay to him. So he is on edge for the rest of the night, and I apologize. So we need to do, our required actor, server manager. We need some sort of reference for our server manager. Actor ref, let's do that. We can't even do public actor. What? Oh yeah, we can't do type of actor ref. That's right. Only an I required actor. So outside of the receive, let's do not equals to itself. That'd be silly. Server manager dot actor ref. Okay, so I've had problems with this before where the actor ref is a nobody. I don't think it'll come up in this case, but if it does, we'll know. So we have an available table. We need to figure out what server it is. So we're going to do server manager dot tell not message available table, and that is a not null object. What are you talking about? It exists right there. Did I misspell it? I did. So it was right, of course. Thank you, Visual Studio. Server manager dot tell available table. So what we have here is when new customers come in, we will figure out a table that it is assigned to and tell the server manager, I have these customers. I need you to, so we'll do new assigned table. We need the new customers, so that's that message. The server manager will say, okay, great, we received the new customers. Here's where we are trying to find a server that has an availability. So asks.tasks, how many tables are you assigned to? And tasks.wait all, assigned actor, right? If assigned actor is null, great. If not, tell it. So not assigned actor. So our server actor, if it receives an assigned table, we need to oh yeah, we don't even have a table ID here, so let's do that. Assign customers, and then we'll do table. Table is equal to table. Why wouldn't it be? So then our server actor so let's just do this. Table.actor message.table ID. I already see some problems with this, but let's run with it for now. We'll need to update and change things as we go. So let's log some things. First, let's get our logger. And then our logger is equal to the context.getLogger of server actor. You don't like that? Why don't you like that? Um, hmm. Possible null ref assignment. So let's just do login adapter, whatever. If you're watching this and know what I did wrong, let me know. If not, we'll just do with this for now. So I want to do logger.debug. Probably heard that one. Alright. Assign table. Last thing is, so we have our messages, and then we need our available table, and then we need to do as customers is equal to true. It's not, no. Oh, because I did first or default. This time I don't want to do or default. It's just going to do that. Let's add a logger here too. Just kind of see the progress. So here we have received new customers message num number of customers. Great. Probably want the table ID, especially if we do two of them. Or found customers to table table.id available table. All right, and then our server manager will say, okay, we have new customers. We need to ask them the number of tables so we're asking them, how many tables are you assigned? And we expect this response. I don't think we need to log anything there. We wait all, we get let's do that. Create our logger up here. Did I do logging or logger? I think I've been doing logger. Yep. I'll just initialize it up here. Not minus equals to. All right, and then dot info. I want this to be information. So table message dot. Oh. Yeah, so oh yeah, I didn't do assign table here. I thought I did, but I guess not. Table.id. I don't think we need the whole table reference. That is going to be a reference error. Not a reference error, but it could cause unintentional things. Unintentional consequences if we do just a table and we're passing that reference all the way around. Good, table ID, gotta rename everything to be correct. Right, so we gotta update this available table.table ID. Right, and then it goes, great, I have that. Okay, I've been assigned this table ID. Table IDs dot add, and then we will worry about drinks and stuff like that later. All right, remove, because that bothers me. We will need a customer's actor now that I think about it, because someone's got to place orders, someone's got to take messages, and either the server can just talk to itself. We don't want that. We want a customer actor. So we'll create that here in a second. But what I want to do is run this and see if it's good. So instead of a while true, let's just do 2 equal to 0, I is less than 2, I plus plus. I just want to create this twice and see what happens. Do void here. Oh, we can't do that. What are you mad about? Oh, not all code. I'm working on it. Okay. So now we need, instead of an echo actor, we need a hostess actor. Hey, we got new customers. What are you gonna do about it? All right, so let's run this and see what went wrong. Yep, that's about right. Work flawlessly. Yeah. Zoom in. Message new. We got dead letters. All right, what did we do wrong? Oh, you know what? We don't have any hosts. We don't have any hostesses to deliver messages to. Of course not. No, we do. What are you talking about? I require an hostess actor. And I'm going to get said hostess actor. Well then, no, not that. Let's actually look at the error then. New customers will not delivered. Personal server, user, hostess actor. Exception during creation. Oh, yep. So our hostess actor has that. So we need to create it with dependency injection when we initialize it. How do I do that again? Isn't there? Haha. um, Still got it. So what do you do? Okay. I think that'll work. Unable to resolve actor type. Oh yeah, I didn't create a server manager. Duh. So we gotta do that first before we do a hostess. Var server manager. Actor of dependency injection dot props server manager. Let's do that. Unable to resolve. Oh, get async so that you wait for the actor to be populated. All right. So instead of doing get async dot result. Oh, I don't think that's pretty good, but we'll see if it works, and then we can talk about if we like it or not. All right. Hosting environment production. That's not right. All right, I don't see any messages. What am I doing wrong? So I bet that's not hitting. That should be hitting. So let's try this again. Well, yeah, that's null. Right, so yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's stuck in the get async. All right, so it's instead of an actor ref, I required actor. Let's do that. Because it is an object reference. I know it is not going to be null. It'll worst case be dot anybody or nobody. So we might need to wait before we start sending messages to make sure everything initializes. There's start async, server manager. There's that, customers. Did I register it? I think so. No, I didn't. And that will break it. Server manager. Haha, it works. Sequence contains no matching. Oh yeah, because I only did one table. That's fine. But if we look at the log messages, right? Right, we got errors and that's fine. But we have an assigned table. That's pretty cool, right? So it kind of works. It's just our internal logic is messed up. So here we're going to add a new app settings.json. Let's see if I remember this off the top of my head. Oh, that's sweet. Minimum level is debug. And then I want to set the environment. Nope, none of those work. All right, bright screen. So .NET. The joys of doing this live. I don't want to do that. This is so bright. I love Reddit. Oh my goodness, this is so bright. What is this stupid JSON? It's not, I don't want IIS. No one uses IIS anymore. Alright, I'm gonna time box this to 2 more good links. This is good. There are 2 environment variables. I don't want to do this in, I'm in hold on. Oh, don't know what that's about. Alright, this is too bright for me. I don't like that. Alright, whatever. I will set that. Then here, command line environment name. Ronet. That should be good. We're gonna have more errors. Get rid of breakpoints. Yes, yes, yes. I know I messed up. I did a boo boo, and I'll fix it. I don't wanna. I don't like that it thinks I'm in production. Don't know why. It just bothers me. And it did not like the app settings.json because we did not copy it. Copy always. So I want to see our debug messages and then we'll go fix our errors. I know. Stop laughing at me. Haha, debug. Haha, hosting environment development. Huzzah. Okay. So issue is we're sending 2 different new customer messages, but we only have 1 table. So let's add another one. I know, I'll fix that. Let's do 4. And then let's just do a 2 top. So we know that it won't be available. And then we will make our Visual Studio happy by doing that. And then we're good. So if we have that, that should take care of most of those errors. And then we will, nope. Can I get assigned actors? Why? Assign table. Okay, so that was a misleading log statement. This. Oh, we have no ask tasks? Uh-oh. Context. We should have children. No children. Why? Why? They're created right here. Hmm. first. I don't understand that. Override around I don't want to do pre-stop. I want to do post-start. That's not a thing. Alright, so we will just keep that there then. Context.system.actor of. So then what are you watching? Okay, so you're not created as a child. Oh, that's why. 100%. Yep, so we see in this little tiny, probably can't see, but this is the route for this guy. So Akka restaurant service, there's that users thing, users like branch that I was talking about. This is the current actor, and then this is our new actor. So I did, if you do context.system here, then no matter what, it'll go back to and create it under the user. That's not what we're wanting. We're wanting it to actually be children, so we can do context.goChildren. So then if we go here, yep, server actor, new customers, number of customers 3, assign customers to table GUID, assign table, sweet. All right. Thank you, dog. Good changes. Um, we'll do live stream. Bring the changes to live stream. All right, let's get this rolling. We'll call this start creating actors. Work. Table and server. Sweet. Commit and publish. Or commit and push. All right. Bright screen. All right. Sweet. Just now, live stream. I want to keep main empty. Um, if you want to create your own branch, if you have a different or better solution, wonderful. Please share that. But main is going to be empty for people that are coming here fresh. All right, so let's take a break and look at what we have. We have a service that has customers. And okay, oh yeah, that's right. We wanted to create a new customer class, customer actor. Count of let's just do count of people. Yeah, we're not going to include dogs in that count. Yeah, you're welcome. So count of people we want, and we'll just do a workflow later. Customer actor. So yeah, if you have any questions or comments or whatever, feel free to put it in the chat. I can now view it, and I will do my best to keep an eye on it and stuff like that. So we have accounting people, and we probably need a GUID, customer ID. That feels right. Thank you, Visual Studio. So then really, I don't think we need to have a table actor. That seems excessive. But we do need to have a customer actor and public GUID customer ID. Alright, is that what I called it in the customer actor? Yes, I did. So then when we go here and initialize our new customers, we will need a customer ID. So if we're doing two new GUID, we number So before we send the message, let's actually create our customer actor. And I don't care about keeping the reference. So up here, let's do actor system because it needs to be a part of the actor system. Not actor system. And then system is equal actor system. So let's do actor of Oh no, we can do DI. That's right. DI. All right. So dependency resolver. That's right. Using So here, we don't need to dependency inject it though, but we'll keep that there just in case. So let's do props dot create new customer, and let's do parameters of integer and then ID. So num customers customer ID. And we need new right. So we're going to create that actor there, and then we're going to, here in our number of customers, we need to do a customer ID. Nope, wrong window. Sources, white headphones. I'm gonna see if I can mute myself real quick. I think that'll work. But if you hear drinking sounds, I apologize. Sorry. I've been staring at that cup of coffee since I made it. If you heard me, please let me know. If not, we're good. Hey, so if you're just now joining, we are working on creating a restaurant. So far, what we have built is a few different actors. We have a hostess actor. You can delete my echo actor. We have a hostess, customer, cook, and server. We haven't done anything with our cook yet. Um, we have a server manager who's going to query its children to try to assign tables. We have a hostess actor that has a list of tables, which is essentially just how many can it sit or seat, and the GUID ID. And then the workflow is in our start async. Right now we're doing two, and I'm just now kind of rebuilding this for the customer actor. Bright screen. Nope, wrong one. Uh, Bright screen. So on my GitHub, we have Akka.restaurant. The main branch is completely empty. If you want to just start over, follow along, that's great. If you want to follow along, I have a live stream branch. I'll try to commit to it more often. Um, but yeah, so here's our customer actor. Yes, to first understand recursion. That's very true. I hate recursion. Recursion is your friend. I can't figure out what I hate more, recursion or regular expressions. Probably regular expressions because I still don't understand it. Like I can read in recursion, I cannot read in regular expressions. Um, all right, so we have the new customers. All right, we have. Let's do a greet message. Let's have a friendly restaurant. Right, so let's do public server name. Yeah, that feels about right. All right. So we're gonna greet. So then our hostess is going to say, "Here's our available tables." Great. We need to tell them to assign a table. We only have table ID and a list of new customers. Does our new customer message? It should. Yeah, includes customer ID. Great. So server manager says, okay, I'm going to assign the table and I'm going to tell them assign table. So as table ID, so let's do it. Probably want to do a dictionary so that we have table state. Is that right? Let's do table state. So we will need a new table state. Hmm. So this is going to be, yeah, I guess the table state, we can either work with the table class, or we can have a table state class within the server. My gut's telling me table state. I think it's tomato potato, and we'll just create it here because no one else cares about it except for us. It's not an int, it's GUID. We need a um, let's do an internal enum for the workflow. So right now we're doing greeting, and then we'll do drinks, and then we'll do food order, food delivery. Pay me is not fun, so we'll just do receipt and fully paid, and then clean the table. And that way our server knows kind of where in this dance of food are we. And then we need the actor ref of the customers. I could type. You know, if we wanted to do this right, we would do a public or a private set, but it doesn't have to be perfect. This is just a one-off. So, oh, cool. Thank you, Visual Studio. We'll do that for now. Okay, that's fair. Food delivery. We'll do dessert. Um, that's fair enough. So, dessert order. Dessert delivery. I like that. So, table ID, and then we need the actual table state. So, let's do new. We actually don't need the workflow here because it's always going to start with greetings. So let's do greet. So we need the customer IDs. Actually, I'm not going to include customer because I don't want this object to get too big. One thing you got to kind of do in Akka.net is think about the size of your objects and then however many you will have them. Since we will have the customer ID, or we could just do customer ID there and table ID. Since we have the customer ID, we can just query for it, and that will keep the footprint smaller. Probably negligible, but it's always something good to have in your mind when you're creating objects for a actor system. So let's do customer ID, and then before we'll do a table ID. All right, so we need message.table ID, message.new customers.customer ID. Huzzah, perfect. So within this workflow, we have a greeting, right? So we're going to add the table, but then we're going to go introduce ourselves. So we want to do var context dot actor selection of, so we don't quite know the actor path, but we do know the ID. So user and then customer uh, message dot new customers dot customer ID. Whoops. So then we can do cust actor dot tell greetings. Oh, greetings. My name is Hello World. Greet. Let's do server greeting instead, because then the customer will need to respond with their names, because that is what you do in society. Is there, well, I want to see if we can get a random number. Dot next. No, I don't want to span. I want, okay, so it has a next N64, max value, min value, max value. All right. So let's do string server name and then public string. Let's see. So our manager, when we initialize our server, we will need to include a server name. Well, I want this to be fun, so bright screen warning. Let's go to fantasy number or fantasy name generator. Fantasy. I'm a big nerd. I like to play Dungeons and Dragons, so this website is fun. So, ooh, let's do historic. Okay, now this might get. Vikings are fun. Thornhall. That's not very. Yeah, I don't understand all that. So I don't know. Do you have any suggestions? I don't want to get too political or anything. What kind of a creature is a server? You know what? They are wonderful. Pixie or a not pet and companions. We're not doing that. Griffin, a guardian. What are guardians' names? I like this. Yep, we're gonna do this. That okay? Really? Why can I not? Why? Stop it! And the keep watcher. So let's have a. These are our servers' names, and then there's also the keep watcher. The Judgment Overseer. I like this. Adventure Overseer, Cerberus. That's fun. We will have to come up with customer names, so also send in suggestions for fantasy number generator, fantasy name generator, or even just fun names you want to see for customers. So let's do public get server name. Right, so this is going to be, it's like a interview type thing, I feel like. I'll just remove it from the list so we don't have duplicates. So var names is equal to, oh no, so yeah, it ought to be a static list. Not static, you know what I mean. Is equal to, yeah, don't forget to skimp on the tips. Right, this is how you do it, I think. I don't usually define a list of strings statically like this. Alright, so var is equal to random next int. Oh, okay. So max value, min value. So we want 0, and then how many other? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait. 0, and then count. And then return server names index. I don't know if our names here for our actor routes are allowed to have spaces. So we're not going to include the name in the actual name of the server, but we will do get server name here, and then get server name. So then we will greet them in a guardian type fashion. So server greeting. Hello, my name is the Destroyer. I'm here to watch you destroy some cake. Right. So then they will, okay, hello, my name is the Destroyer. Server name. I am a judgment overseer, and I will judge how you pick up and use your fork. Better use a napkin. I'm watching. Okay, so now our customer needs to receive said greeting. Server greeting. So from here, we will, I don't know, we don't really need to do anything. Like we can respond with our names and such, but I don't feel like building that right now. I want to keep moving. So let's see what happens when we press run and then I can add this to the repo. Delete all breakpoints, yes. Okay, so when we log our assigned tables, let's also include the server's names. So the server actor, let's make this one an information. And go back to the server manager and do that. Assign to so in our response, we are including the iActor ref. We won't have access to the name. So we'll just do that. We could do a dot path or figure it out, but this is great. So let's look at our new message, and then I will check this in and push it out. Alessandri, prospect Cerberus, has been assigned table, well, Lex, the judgment overseer. I think he should get a lot of tips. All right, get changes, add server names and customer actor. Commit all and push. All right, while that is going, what? No, not that window. Let me mute this. Perfect. All right. So now is the fun part. We have to set up the workflow of an actual restaurant. So what I was thinking about doing this is taking advantage of the scheduled messages. So context.system scheduler dot schedule till once. New. So we need to first is drinks. So we'll do a new class and request drink order. So we're going to give them some time to get settled and look at the menu, and then we're going to do a new request drink order. The receiver will be the customer actor. Oh, whoops. This is the object of the message, and the sender is self. So I don't know. I don't want to wait a whole long time for this to run, so we'll just do 3 seconds. So we will say, all right, what is your drink order? The customer do nothing. Request. So they received a request for your drink order. And here we need a list of drinks. So public available drinks. Again with the that equal to blah. So we don't have our liquor license yet, so we cannot do that, but we can do water, mud water, bubbly water, or Kool-Aid. Yep, I like that. So request drink order, our customers will get that and go, why, yes, I would like some drinks, please. So we need to create a drink order. So public, a list of strings. Member names cannot be, yep, I figured. So let's just do order. Um, we could probably do inheritance and all that to have a base class, but we don't need to do that right now. So bar is equal to 0. Let's do I is less than count of people. Drink order dot add. And we need a message dot available drinks of a random number. So let's go back to our fun random number. Next 0 to count of people minus 1. That is a good point that I did not handle in here. So server names count minus 1. Because we can't actually get the index of the last one, we will get an index out of bounds. So let's add our drink orders, and then we'll do new drink order of, and go back in here and set up a constructor. Probably have not typed that word correctly a whole bunch tonight. Public, I mean. List of string order, and then order is equal to order. So they will, oh, that's the manager. I don't care about you. Let's pin these guys because we're going to deal with them a lot, and close all but pinned. Okay. So the server is going to receive the drink order message. And probably want to actually deliver said drinks. So we will do context system.scheduler.schedule till once. Just do 3 seconds again. Customer actor, new drinks, self. Oh yeah, we didn't figure out what our customer actor is. So let's actually make this a method and do good programming so we don't have to repeat the same logic twice. not a string though, it's a GUID. Return like that. Oh, because it's an actor selection, not an actor ref. That's right. Get customer reference. So how do we get the customer ID from that? Let's get rid of these red squigglies, and then we'll figure that out. It's equal to, how do you define that? So we need to get the GUID. We have the sender, and we have the path. There we go. That's how we'll do it. So what do we have? Interesting. I wonder what that is. Oh, is that what we assign in the actor of? I wonder if it is. Because if so, we have the GUID there. So let's comment this out. Path.name, and we need to do GUID.parse. No, let's just do the name for now, and we'll handle that later. All right, so we're going to request a drink order. The customer is going to receive that and tell them their order. And then the server is going to say, great, here is your order. And it's going to end that workflow. All right, so next. Ha! Okay, so then, yeah, if this is the name, that's kind of what I thought it was, we will be able to derive the GUID from that. Perfect. So let's remove customer dash. Oh, do I have to count? 0. Return the new string in which a specified number of characters. Probably do substring. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's try that. Oh, why am I in? Thank you. I was in. All right, perfect. There's my screen now. The scenes keep switching on me. I don't know why. But we have the GUID now, and that's great. Customer ID is equal to GUID.parse. Schedule. Told once. Let's do. Oh, we don't even need. Oh my goodness, I apologize. There, done. Sender. We don't need to parse anything because these two actors are just going to communicate with each other. And then the customer is going to receive drinks and do nothing with it. You have to do something though. or I'll have to have a predicate, because if not, you'll get a dead letter, and those are not fun. All right, it didn't error out, so it all worked, but we also didn't log anything, and that is one of my usual issues. No, logging. There it is. All right. We'll just log. That sounds great. Received greeting from the overseer. All right. My or our received server greeting from Helveter, the Keep Cerberus. Received my and our drinks. Received my and our drinks. Sweet. All right, so that's done. Let's push the changes up. So, did drinks workflow. All right, pushed. That means, go here real quick. Hope my ramblings make sense to y'all. All right, so now that the server has done drinks, what was our workflow? Food order. All right, so we're going to deliver drinks. Wonder, can we send multiple messages? No. So you just have to call it twice, which is fine. So usually when a server comes and delivers drinks, they will also come and take your food order. So let's add folders, because that's clean. So there's our drinks workflow. Let's add a food workflow. So new folder. And here we will add request. In this pretend scenario, we are going to assume that all of the people actually know what they want to order when they are first ordering. So string menu. Ideally, this is delivered when the server is greeted. So, I mean, yeah, but we'll just keep it for here for now. I don't know. What do we want to serve? Cheeseburger. Um, Lasagna. Cookies. I don't know. One more food. We'll do burritos. We are an everything restaurant, as long as everything encompasses those 4 items. And then we will need a food order. So our server actor is going to also, we'll do this. We'll say, hey, I'll be right back to get your food order. That's how we can justify a 6-second delay. Request food order. And we want to update this namespace. Oh, okay, it's updated. Yep, yep, yep. Food order, food workflow. Wonderful. Close all but pinned. So we're going to say, all right, what's your food order? Well, I would like lasagna, please. Request. I hope it's pretty evident now that once you understand the basics of Akka.net, it's all pretty much the same thing, but in different flavors. Like, it's just sending and receiving messages, and how are you going to respond to that? So it's like it is intimidating at first, um, but hopefully this kind of will open your eyes and say, okay, yeah, it's a little bit, it's really redundant, but like in a good way. All right, so let's do another rando thing. Probably should also put this in a method. Public string choose. We are good programmers and we do everything like we're supposed to. So we want to return. Oh, so we need a list of strings. Yep. Because I don't want to have the for loop in each receive. That's not great. You want to minimize as much typing as possible. Order.add. And then return our order. Choose what to order. Drink order is equal to choose what to order out of the available drinks, or we can do drink menu because that makes more sense. So then we can delete this. right? And then the server will say, great. Oh, okay, I didn't even send it. And then we'll do new food order of food order. List of strings. Nope, not order is equal to that is equal to lowercase order, which we have not defined yet, so it doesn't know what it wants. Perfect. And then, all right, so this is going to be interesting because now we get the cooks involved. We don't need cooks for the thing for the drinks, but we do need them for food. All right, so now, all right, so how do we want to do this? We can have a cook manager that has a queue of pending things to make. We can, yeah, and then one cook can say, "Oh, make one thing at a time." So let's do that. So let's add a new folder for cooks. And it's going to be kind of similar to the server manager where, yes, where it is going to query the children and figure out their state, but then it's going to stash the messages or send it back to itself if there's nothing available. I don't think that'll work though, because we might get a stale message, but we'll. All right. I like fun names, so in a few minutes we will do some more fantasy name generators. So I'll start thinking of what we want to do. So let's define the number of cooks we want. If we have two servers, probably four, I don't know, four cooks. So public, or not public. Let's just do for I++. Do context.actor of props.create cook actor cook I harg. I think it should be pirate cooks. I think that's fun. Oh yeah, we need to watch the child. See if it terminates. And then we will see food order because the server is going to act as a middleman or woman. All right, so how do we want to do this? Probably similar to the server actor or server manager. So if we just send a message, right, it's going to receive a to make. So this cook manager is saying, hey, I need you to cook this. Because it's code, the cook is going to go, okay, I've done that. And then we'll need to keep whatever that is and a timer of when it's available. Um, or the manager can wait and make, yeah, the manager needs to wait and make sure all of them are good. This is where you can make, this will be a good example of a finite state machine. That's what we'll do. Done. So before I forget, because I have a horrible memory, let's do that. So cook manager is going to have an order to fill. So let's, yep. Public list or queue? Probably list. Ooh, okay. So if we get backed up, we got to figure out which one was first and which one was second. So we could do a dictionary of the timestamps of when the order was placed and do a order workflow in that. That kind of seems like overkill. All right, let's just implement this for now, and then it's taking a lot longer, so I can think about it before another stream. Um, for some reason, I thought I'd get this all done in 2 or 3 hours, and that's not happening. That's great. Um, so we need to query the children. So for each var child in children, context.children, context.getChildren. We want to tell them, well, what is your status? And that will tell us if we need to, if we can assign them or anything. Tell or ask, we need to ask. So var tasks equals new list of tasks. Cool, my screen is still there. Ask. So we actually need to do request cook status. And then we want to wait for them all. .to array. All right, so what happens when a cook receives a So if you don't know what a finite state machine is you can change what a actor is able to accept, like what type of message it's able to accept. Um, so usually in the constructor, if it's, not a finite state machine, it, like everything else, we're just defining everything, okay? But a cook is only going to be able to handle one food at a time. These are not going to be multitask cooks. They're pirates. They only have one arm and one leg. So we will need to set up different, I call them internal actor states. It is a little confusing because actor state can mean something different in Akka persistence, which is where you are saving an actor's data to a database. But so the internal Akka state changes. So we know that we receive a request cook status. We need a cook status here. So we'll add an enumerator down here. We got waiting and cooking. So sender.tell, what is our status? Well, here we need to set status is equal to cook status dot waiting. Yeah. Um, so what we're going to do is we're going to do become waiting. And what this does is this changes the internal Akka state public void waiting. It has to be a voided um, parameterless method, and here is where you reset your receives. So receive request cook status. I just copy and pasted it. And then we will also have or private, I guess. Um, receive. So one tricky part is I don't think you can just set, I want to receive these types of messages whenever, you know. We don't even need to have that because we know we only have this. So I don't think there is a way to, if you are, like for instance, right? If we had a property here, then we would always want to handle the same message the same way. But if you change states, you're not going to be able to do that. Um, it will be waiting in a queue or waiting in the mailbox for you to handle it. Um, food workflow, food order is just the order. Okay, so we have a server actor, we get the food order. We need to tell the cook manager. So I and, or not I cook manager. I think it's required, right? Past tense. Sweet. I'm fine with the servers talking directly to the cook manager. It doesn't need to go through the server manager. You can have different levels talking to each other, that's fine. But I want to do this via dependency injection, and I'm not going to make the same mistake as before. I'm a learned person, and props cook manager. And register it. I almost made the same mistake. Alright, so they get the required required actor. So I need to tell you what the food order is. So essentially, you're just going to forward it. That tell. Duh. So it's going to get a list of tasks, and then we're going to do var. We want one cook handling one item at a time for each item in message dot order, because it's just a string. Right? Yeah. No. Okay. That's not helpful. So, right. I think there's a problem with this, but let's just do it. For each food item, we want var cook is equal to tasks dot. Did we say we're going to send back? Yeah, the cook status. Okay. Dot first or default of t dot result. Oh, yeah, no. List of tasks in here. If t dot result is equal to waiting, then cook dot send. Nope, it is a cook status, and we don't want that. We want to also have the cook ID essentially. Cook ID. So whenever we create these, we need to do GUID.newGUID. That's fine. Actually no, because we did it earlier. with custom. No, it was because we did sender. That's right. So here we need to do. We could do a tuple. Why not? I think that would just get confusing though. Cook status response is what we'll do. Right, constructor. We need a cook status. Cook does not look like it's spelled right to me. I know it is, but I have seen it too much at this point that I feel like it is wrong. So instead of that, we're going to do a new cook status response. It's waiting, and then we need the cook ID. And then here we need the new cook status response. And it is cooking something. So here we are doing find one that is waiting. If cook is null, I haven't figured out what to do yet. Else, then we want to tell them to cook the food. Or prepare the food, cook the food. Cook the food. Alright. So we want to do context.get retrieve the child actor with a specified name if it exists. So that's where the GUID would be handy. Yep. Knew I needed to make that for something. And then we need cook dot result dot cook ID. Nope. Oh, because it's still cook status. So cook status response. New result dot cook status. Cook ID. So we have the food order. We are going to tell the cooks. Right, I don't like this workflow a whole lot, so let's talk about it. So we have a food order. Let's say it's cheeseburger and lasagna. So we have a cook. We're going to get the cook, so we have, say, cook 1 and cook 2. We'll come up with pirate names later. 1 and cook 2. If cook 1 is making the cheeseburger, then that status is going to change once we reach the for each again. So cook status response needs to also include a backlog of, yeah, it also needs to have a backlog of what food does it need to make next, right? So um, and then yeah, so we'll do that, and then if they're both busy, then right, so we can either go ahead and assign it to them, or we can stash it and schedule it, or have like a scheduled message for like every second we check for unassigned food. So if this is orders, right? Um, we will want it to be assigned. All right, I think I'm going to leave it like this for now, with the backlog, because it's getting late for me. I'm old at this point, and it's been about 3 hours. So I'm going to wrap this up here with the cook and get this working, and then I'll think about it some more and set up a new live stream if we want to keep working on this. So the cook manager is going to, so we don't need this, right? We're going to have children. So order by cook status first, then by there we go. I like that a lot better. So then in our cook status response, we'll also need to do integer of num. I'm going to keep it here. Yeah, num. Nope, not new init file. And we will add that here, or assign it here. And then when we send that, send our status, that's a customer actor, cook actor. When we send our status, we will do food dot count. Actually, 0 if we're waiting, and then we will need to do this if we are actually cooking. Because if we're waiting, we will receive it and change our internal Akka state. But if we're already cooking, then we just need to add that, and we'll add a check here before we become waiting. Yes, I like that. Cook manager, t.results dot not queued orders. Num of backlogged orders. I'm going to add first or default if cook is equal to null, throw no exception, and log it. I have not set up a logger yet. Need to do that. Public logger logging. Always get that wrong. Context. All right, so we want to log it. Cook. Yeah. Each. So here in our responses, we will just keep getting the same and same cook if we don't update that num of backlog lockers, backlog log orders. So we can request it again via recursion, or we can just decide ourselves. Probably, I think it would just be overkill and too much and not even best practice if we had the cook manager ask for the cook status again. That doesn't make sense. So we know what it is, and I'm tired of doing t dot result. That's fine. So t dot cook dot result dot number of back orders plus plus var child cook context dot get dot child cook dash cook dot result dot cook ID child cook dot tell what do we do? Cook the food. And that is food item. Our cook, so waiting if I want to do something. So if I want to be cooking, if I receive cook the food, then I'm going to become cooking. If I become cooking, then I want to do, oh yeah, I got to tell myself to get out of cooking. So system context.system.scheduler till once. Receiver is self, object, and self. So we need to do a internal message of food is cooked. So since it is like an internal message, I'm not even gonna put it in the messages. Do private class food is cooked. Okay, well fine. I think that's wrong. So I could declare that. Food is cooked. Elements defined in our namespace cannot be explicitly declared as private protected. Okay, so you can be. Okay, so whatever. I don't. I think I had that for. What was it? Server actor? No, why are you not telling me that? What is it? So, usage of schedule till once, side an actor, especially the variant that does not accept and can cause memory leak. Oh, that's right, I ignored it. So, oh, okay. Oh, that looks ugly. I like my code to look pretty. So then we'll do that at the top and this at the bottom. Food is cooked. So if I'm waiting and I receive cook the food, then I want to become cooking, and then I want to schedule in 4 seconds to say the food is cooked. So when I receive food is cooked, so I need to tell the server that the food is actually cooked. Okay, so then when I do cook the food, I need to have an order ID, right? And I need a public GUID server ID. All right, I'll fix that all later. But what that allows me to do is, what are you yelling at? Cook non-knowable property backlog of O. There. So once the food is cooked, and we need to, yeah, do this and go back to, so we could do a string here, or do we want to do, again, another GUID? Because I like GUIDs. It's easy to generate randomly. And find it and remove it and send it. I like it. Let's do it. Cook the food. And we need public. Add more GUIDs, because GUIDs are fun. Public. 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 Sorry, I'm getting tired, so I'm a little silly now. Alright, food ID. message, right? And then we need to do message dot food ID. Here is where we will do all right. So if I oh, because I did that as private. That was silly. So once we get that, we will need to remove it. Why do you not like that? It's not null. How do I tell you it's not null? Can I convert out of show potential fixes? That's silly. Oh, I know why. Because I'm silly. Yeah, that works. That checks out. So I want to do var is equal to context actor selection. I want to do user server manager. I want to talk to the server directly though. We don't need to talk to that server manager. We just need to talk to the server. Oh, it's not message, it's food order. And then we need to tell them that the thing is ready. So food workflow, new item is food is cooked. Oh yeah, because I did that there. That's silly. So yeah. So if I'm trying to figure out inheritance and how to do this with a base class and abstract, but that's too much right now. I've been saying that a lot tonight. I apologize. Right, we can do this. Almost done. Public good, order ID. not a new file. Let's see. So food cooked, order ID and server ID. All right. The server food order. There's a lot to do in here. So I'm wanting to keep a lot of state changes. I think that is above what can get accomplished tonight. So let's try to wrap this up. Food is cooked. Remove server.tell. Food is cooked. We're just going to do that for tonight. So we'll do food order dot message dot. Okay, so we need a food ID. All right. Food order dot food. So we're going to tell the server that we are going to remove it. And okay, so we need message dot order ID, food ID, and then string food. Oh, we don't even need to do a new instance now, right? Yeah. So we're going to tell them the food is cooked, and then if there's more, count, then we will start cooking this. No, I don't want to do that. I want to become waiting. So I need to change this in case of a race condition. Backlog. Become waiting. And then context, or yeah, self.tell. I want to tell myself to cook the food. If I receive a cook the food, I want to add it to the backlog. And I want to make it a ordered list. I ordered or just ordered a list because a list. I don't think. Ordered a numeral. Ordered dictionary. Represents selection of order. No, I don't want that. Alright, I'll keep that for now as a list, and next stream we will change that to cook the food, or to an ordered list, right? So I'm going to tell myself to cook the food if I cook the food becoming yeah. Um, Add to the end. If not, I want to become cooking. I don't want to add it to the backlog of food. I want to just start cooking it, right? Because it's supposed to be removed. And then here is where I will remove it from the list. So add it, remove it. So the first time we come in, we will start cooking the food. And within those 4 seconds, if we get another request to cook the food, then we will add it to the backlog. So say there's one in there. Um, but then this, the food won't exist here. Cook food, food is cooked. So in food is cooked, we just need the server ID in here, and then we should be good. Set it there. And then we need, yeah, that's where I put it. Sweet. So here's where we want to do message. All right. Yeah, this is great. So in cook the food, become cooking if it contains if it contains this message, then remove it. Because now we're cooking whatever lasagna or cheeseburger was ordered. So this should be good. Let's add some log statements. Add cooking the food and not a new item. So let's go through this. The server receives a food order. We're going to tell that food order to the cook manager. Cook manager is going to receive said food order. It is going to get the cook status of all of his children, which will include if it's cooking or not, and then the number of backlog orders. So we want to tell it to cook the food. So food item is the string. What is food? Oh yeah. And then we want to do message.order. Nope. Food order needs to have a unique order ID. Oops, sorry. And server ID. We could get it from the sender. Yeah, let's just do that because the food order is passed from the customer. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So 0 and then 7. And then we need to do GUID.parse. And then a new food ID. I think we just do new GUID there. Cook the food. The cook will then receive that, and it will depend on its internal Akka state on what it wants to do. So cook the food, become cooking. If it contains it, great. If not, food is cooked. We're going to tell the server food is cooked. So the server needs to accept that food is cooked. Right. We have to the table state. And then food order is equal to new food order. Okay, so okay, I don't care about that. I'll let it be null for right now. Table state, customer ID. So we want to tell that we want to update the table state. This needs to be table state, not table IDs. Table states. Food order needs the order ID and the table ID. Oh no. Customer ID or table ID? I think I want customer ID. Oh yeah, so order ID and then food ID. I want, so I need a list of things. Do I need another dictionary? Yep. And I want to do GUID food order. Close new. Perfect. So when I do food order, I want to do food orders.add var customer ID. Sender dot path name. Here we're defining it as customer slash GUID. Okay. Dot replace remove. Zero. And then how many do I want to remove? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then GUID.parse. So we need to keep a track of however many foods are cooked within that order. So public int completed. All right. So if it is a uh, values dot where, we're gonna have to look at this up in an ugly way. F dot order ID. Add this here. Nope, not down. Should be single. Now I'll just do that. Single completely cooked foods plus plus if is equal to order dot count. Then I want to tell the customer key. How do I it's just easier if I have the customer ID in here. Yeah, so let's do is equal to customer ID and then food orders dot add message. Remove a dictionary and add it back to a list. Then I want to tell the customer user dot oh, it's order, not message. And then customer dot tell new food is or orders food order delivery. And then remove it from our list. Food orders dot remove. Sweet. Oh yeah. Forgot I did that. So food order delivery. Customer is gonna alright, there's something that is bound to go wrong. But let us do this again. Let's run it and see what happens. What do we get? Um, server -1. Okay, that's right. So our server manager, it creates these without a GUID. No. Alright, so obviously something is wrong. Wait 3 seconds and then we should get drink order. Nope. We're not even getting that. Maybe it's because we didn't log anything. So request drink order. Hmm. Assigned customers. There's something weird going on. Servers aren't starting. Why are servers not starting? Because we're not even getting. Yeah, we're not getting server names anymore. So what happened? So we didn't touch the hostess. We touched this. Server manager. Exception. Um, a constructor of type server actor not found. Oh, yeah, that's right. We did that, so we'll have to do dependency injection for the server manager. So context of dependency resolver. Um, dot get. Di. RDI is equal to that. Di dot props. Let's check that out. Now this should work a lot better. Helps when you do things correctly. Request received, mine are drinks. Great. Alright. Unrecognized GUID format. Sender.path, the dot name. Oh, that's right. So we do need the server GUID IDs. That's alright. So server manager. Why does that keep switching? I apologize. I don't know how long that's been there. Been trying to keep an eye on my camera. I should be able to get that fixed before the next live stream when we set this up. Alright, kill that, kill that, run. So, received mine our drinks. Cooking the food, that's good. Backlog of food. Oh, there's 0 there. Okay, I see what it is. Easy peasy. If so close, yet so far. Stand sentinel. Received mine our drinks. Cooking the food, cooking the food. Cooking the food. Ooh, food is cooked. Food is cooked. Cooking the food. We got one order. Haha. That's what I'm talking about. So we have that workflow done. Not pretty, but we have it done. So let's do this. Finish our start food workflow. We will commit all and push. Wonderful. Well, if you're able to stay with me for this long, you have no idea how much I appreciate it, even either live or rewatching the video. So that is it for tonight. I'm actually gonna, on purpose, I'll I'll do it myself. Thank you so much. If you have stayed this long, either live or watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. The live stream repository is there. I'm not going to commit into it or do anything until the next live stream. So I will set one up in probably 2 weeks so that we can finish the workflow. And then as I was going, I was thinking about making this a website if we wanted. To keep the state up, we can do Akka clustering that way, or even Akka remoting for a UI type actor system. Don't know how to do that yet, so I will figure that out, but not code it until then, or we'll figure it out together, probably using Blazor, but I haven't used that yet. But anyways, rambling on, thank you so much. I hope you have a great night, and I will see y'all next time.